92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today thinks she's not getting a call back because her profile picture looked a little different than what she looked like when she showed up for her date.
Okay.
And when I say a little different, I mean a lot different. I mean, like, I would have been disturbed.
And nothing disturbs you.
What's up, Jamie? How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So you showed up on your date looking a little different than your Tinder profile picture.
Yeah, I think I surprised him a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you use like an old picture or something?
It wasn't that my face looked different, but I was kind of 8 months pregnant.
Wait, you're 8 months pregnant right now?
No, I was. This happened like 3 months ago.
Yeah, she was 8 months pregnant when she showed up to her date and didn't tell the dude. That's what your email said. What? Why would you do that, Jamie?
Gosh, girlfriend.
I just, you know what? I was feeling pretty lonely and like, you know, the dad's not around in the picture at all. And I just kind of wanted to like have a pleasant conversation with a potentially nice gentleman who would be interested in eating some food with my hungry belly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I am all for you dating while pregnant and doing whatever you need to do to feel better. But what did you expect him to react like when you showed up very pregnant?
I don't know. I think I was just hoping for the best. Because you know what? When I told other guys, yeah, I'm pregnant, they were like, oh, they never got back to me. So I'm like,
Right.
screw this. I'm like, I'm just going to go. Honestly, like, I didn't put on weight anywhere else. Like, it was just the obvious pregnant belly. It
Right.
looked like I had a basketball under my stomach.
Yeah.
So was he not into it, or did he go like, yeah, bonus, I've been wanting to go out with a pregnant girl for a while now?
He was clearly shocked.
Yeah.
Like, totally shocked. Yeah.
What did he say?
He was like, Jamie, I didn't expect this.
And did you answer back, yeah, I dyed my hair. I know it's different.
Oh my God. So did you just launch into apologizing or saying, I'm sorry I didn't tell you? What'd you say?
Yeah, I was just like, hey, sorry I didn't tell you. It's been real hard getting a date while pregnant. And he was like,
All right, so
Really funny.
how did the rest of the evening go with him then? I mean, was he still cool to you?
yeah, it was actually a really great evening. Like, we just talked. We had a great conversation. You know, it was like at least an hour and a half or two, and like ate dinner, hung out, and you know, he paid for the meal, which was super nice. Like, I always offer.
Especially when you're 8 months pregnant. That's a lot of food.
Oh, yeah, I put it back when I was pregnant.
Yeah.
But, you know, and he walked me to the car, and we didn't, like, make out or anything after the meal, and,
You let him feel the baby kick?
no, that's a little too... You know, I had one of those shirts that said hands off. No, I wasn't wearing that one to dinner, but, you know, I'm like, don't touch me. Don't, you know.
So no kiss. Did you guys hug at all or anything?
It's just like, you know, the ass out hug plus the massive belly in the way.
Yeah. Now, did you expect him to call you back and go on another date?
We didn't talk about it or, like, say, let's do this again, because it was just kind of like a pleasant goodbye, and I didn't reach out to him. After that, I figured, like, you know, I already surprised the guy. If he wanted to see me again, he'd reach out to me, you know.
Should have invited him to the delivery room.
I didn't want to pursue it too much since I obviously wasn't honest with him in the first place.
Right.
But honestly, like, I've been thinking about him since, and I would really like to go out with him again. He was, like, a genuinely nice guy, and they're pretty hard to come by.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're not pregnant anymore, right?
No. That's, you know, I have a 3-month-old. She's beautiful. I'm ready to date.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I'll play a song, come back, and then we'll get your second date update, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Jamie is on the phone, and her first date was actually a three-way. It was her unborn child, and a dude named Max. They met online and met up at a restaurant to eat. The only thing was he didn't know that she was pregnant when they decided to go out. She waited until she showed up. Yeah, she was 8 months pregnant when she showed up for the date, and this dude still stuck around and had dinner with her. but they obviously haven't talked since, and she wants to call him and say now that the baby is exploded out of her body, she's ready to go on a real date with him.
I'm glad you really understand childbirth.
Yeah, it's a big explosion, lots of fireworks and things. All right, Jamie, you about ready to give Max a call?
Yes.
Are you nervous?
Yes. He was seriously great. He was really nice. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, anybody that would hang out and have dinner with you for like 2 hours when you surprised him by being 8 months pregnant on your date, sounds like he's probably a pretty decent dude.
Seriously.
All right, well, I'm going to dial this phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Max, please?
Yeah, I'm Max.
Hey, Max, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Hi?
Hi. Do you know what Brook and Jubal in the Morning is?
No, I think I've heard of you.
Wonderful. All right, perfect. Good to see that we're tracking with people. That's always good. Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you.
I don't know why they would have done that, but okay.
It's because you went out on a date with them and you wowed them, and they miss you and they want to see you again.
That is not ringing any bells, but I'll take your word for it.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that you probably remember going on a date with this person because she was actually 8 months pregnant when you guys went out.
Oh, what, Julie or Jamie or something like that?
Wow.
Jamie,
You
her
don't
name was
even
Jamie.
remember the pregnant girl's name?
This was like 3 or 4 months ago. I don't remember everything about it.
All right. Well, her name was Jamie, and she liked you a lot, and she's wondering why you guys haven't spoken since your date.
What do you mean, why we haven't talked? She hasn't tried to call me.
That's a good point.
I don't know what she's after from me if she's not interested in, picking up the phone herself.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is now her contacting you through us, but I guess she was hoping maybe you liked her enough to hit her up.
She was a nice girl. I just didn't really feel like hitting her up,
Yeah, it'd be a lot to be surprised by someone that's 8 months pregnant. I mean, that's a lot to date.
Yeah, among other things, I wasn't entirely on board with that.
Okay, so
That's
you don't
not
want to
the
be
only thing?
I kind of felt like she was a scammer a bit, to be honest.
Oh, she's doing the old fake pregnancy date thing, huh?
What is the whole
Women
thing?
love doing that. They put on a fake baby bump and then go and make guys buy them dinner. They do it all the time because they know how much guys like pregnant chicks.
What are you talking
Am I right, Max?
Well, no, I believe the pregnancy was real, but, her photo didn't show anything about that. So then, I arrive and there she is, and she's 8 months pregnant, and that's a surprise, but I'm not just going to turn around and walk out immediately.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to be the guy to be a to the lonely pregnant girl, right? So I kind of felt like I was trapped there, and, I feel like she was just sort of exploiting the pregnancy to get me to pay for her dinner.
What? You think that she
okay.
was using pregnancy to get free food out of you?
I brought that up as a joke, and she confirmed it.
How did she confirm it? She said, yes, I'm trying to use dudes to buy me dinner because I'm pregnant.
Basically, what she said was she's aware of the shock of her pregnancy, and as long as she's got that and she knows the effect it's going to have, why not use it?
Okay, but you were joking, obviously, so she was probably joking too.
I mean, it could have been a joke, but she said she's done it before a couple of times, so I'm not sure that I'm buying the joke angle.
Hey, it's Jamie. Listen, you're totally wrong about all that.
Oh, wait. Okay, who is that?
It's me, Jamie.
Yeah, Max. Jamie is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Okay, why didn't you give me a heads up about that, man?
Yeah, sorry. Forgetful. I'm very forgetful sometimes.
Hey, listen, I don't do it anymore. I had the baby.
What?
So,
Wait, hold on, Jamie. You're saying that you were using men to pay for dinners while you were pregnant?
I mean, they don't have to stay. They could have left, and I always offer to pay my half. But, if they're offering...
I'm thought you
nice.
were I thought you were going out with him because you wanted to go on a date, not because you were hungry.
No, I do actually want to go on a real second date with him now, though, because out of all the guys that paid for my meals, he was like the best.
Oh, what?
You hear that, Max? What a good review. You're like the nicest dude to get used.
I'm not sure that like being the nicest scam victim is the great basis for a relationship.
It wasn't a scam. Like, I actually really like you, and you know what I mean? It's just like, out of all the guys, like I like you the most, and it's just coming out wrong. Everything's just coming out wrong.
Oh, I don't think
No.
Yeah, it's coming out wrong. It's coming out a couple of kinds of wrong. Like, you had the misleading photo at the beginning. Yeah, you did offer to pay, but it was sort of that, oh, I guess, if you want me to. And it was that sort of, like, really reluctant, like, I'm going to offer because I have to, but I don't really want to. Like, I mean, you were nice. I just don't know that I buy the authenticity,
Nice? How's she nice? She was using men for food. Jamie.
Max, if this is a scam, then why would I call a radio station to try to get a hold of you? Like, obviously, I actually want to go on another date with you. Like, do you guys think it's a scam?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, we do offer free food.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
we offer to send you out on a second date at the end of it. Are you trying to scam us too, Jamie?
Are you just really hungry?
No. In fact, I don't even need the free date. I'll pay for the date.
Hold on.
Okay, well then, Max, would you like to go out with Jamie on a second date? She will pay for it because I'm not allowing you to use me, Jamie.
I don't know. I don't know that I want
How are
to.
we even debating this? Jamie, you can't, prey on people's kindness for your own gain. That's what you were doing while you were pregnant to all these people.
Oh my God, that's so wrong though, because I actually did offer to pay every single time, and I'm offering to pay for this date.
True, she is right.
Which the check's going to come and you'll be like, oh, you want to split it or it's on you.
No, you're blowing this out of proportion. I'm telling you, I am going to pay for this.
Okay.
This is
So,
weird, man.
Max, all right, I'm going to ask you one more time. Will you go out with Jamie on another date? She will pay for it.
No, this is too weird. Like, it seemed like a scam 3 months ago. She's offering to pay now, but she had to go through a radio station instead of calling me directly. I don't know what's going on. I got bad vibes from this whole thing. No.
You know what, Max? Screw yourself then, all right? You're just angry I didn't hook up with you that night.
Yeah. He probably is very angry that he didn't get to hook up with a woman who was 8 months pregnant. I know I would be.
Whatever, you guys are jerks, okay?
I think she's gone. Max, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there, feeling a bit like I dodged a bullet.
What? What are you talking about?
Crazy.
Sounded perfectly normal to me, that whole situation.
And, I've been on a couple of dates since her, and if any of them call you and want you to call me, just don't do that.
We'll
Come
put
on,
you
Max. I want to put you on every single one of these. I want all the people who have ever dated Max. Text in right now, 78592, so we can call him on your behalf.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I had a text in at 78592 that says, can I have Jamie's number? I have a newborn son, so we could have a pre-made family. It'd be awesome. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning, talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Jamie wanted to call a dude named Max. They actually went on a date while she was pregnant. And then she wanted to call him because now she's not with child anymore, and she wants to date him because she thought he was awesome. We found out that was what she was doing while she was pregnant. She was going out with a lot of dudes, just getting free meals. But she liked him so much, she wanted to get another date. At the end of it, she hung up on us and kind of said that we were being rude to her because she was using dudes to get free food.
I mean, I get you're hungry. I understand that. But you still can't use people. I mean, it's just kind of a general rule, guys. When dating, you got to have, good intentions.
And she didn't see anything wrong with it. She's like, well, I offer to pay. Well, no guy's gonna let a pregnant woman pay. Like, you're pretty much forcing us, am I right?
Yeah, you're kind of forcing your hand, and you'd feel like the biggest jerk ever. You're like, yeah, you can pay. That's fine.
No way. Like, no one would do that.
And remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Less than 2 weeks away.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For today's second date update, we got a dude named Gavin on the phone, and Gavin said he met the girl he wants to call today at a bros night at the club.
Whoa, yeah.
You know, bros night.
Oh, man.
Bros night out.
Yeah.
You know, where dudes go out trolling for ladies, and it's never successful.
What?
And then you just end the bros night back at your buddy's house, drinking and complaining about how all the girls were ugly anyway. And lesbians, too. I mean, they didn't want to talk to us. Must be a bunch of ugly lesbians at the club tonight.
Only possible explanation.
That's all it could possibly be. But it sounds like Gavin actually met a girl at a bros night, which is impressive. What's up, Gavin?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh,
Pretty good.
Gavin.
How'd you do that? How'd you actually meet a girl while you were out with your buddies?
Oh, man, you guys can hate all you want, but me and my buddy Dave, we go rubbing and clubbing all the time.
Did you wait? Stop, Gavin. You did not just say rubbing and clubbing.
I did.
Attaboy.
I don't even really know what that means. Do you rub first? Do you club first? What's happening?
Just use your imagination. It ain't clubbing without the rubbing, right?
Oh man,
I'm using my
God.
imagination, and your bros night just got a lot more interesting.
Dude, I feel like you're the guy that girls try to avoid when they go out to the club. I'm sorry, Gavin.
I'll tell you that you're right about that sometimes, but
I instantly like you better for that response, though.
yeah, I mean, nobody hits all the time, right? But
Right? Okay.
you gotta try.
All right, so it sounds like you didn't strike out this night. What's the girl's name that you want to call today?
Casey.
Ooh,
Casey.
say it like that. She must be sexy.
Oh, man, this girl was sexy. She was exactly what I was looking for. And, you know, you dress well. You know, I dress really nice, and I smell really good.
Okay,
and it's
yeah.
like my thing. It's like what I do, right?
What attracted you to Casey? She was the only female that looked in your general direction, or was it?
Well, I'm like a dancer, too, right? Like, I'm not a professional dancer. I don't have no training or nothing, but I go clubbing a lot, and I watch other people, and I go home and I practice.
Oh, good job. Okay.
Nice.
I can actually appreciate a man who enjoys dancing and isn't just trying to grind on somebody's leg.
I know you do. Ladies like the dancing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it helps with the grinding.
Yeah.
You know?
Even the rubbing.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All right, so you impressed her with your dance moves? Threw a little stanky leg in her direction, and she was like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I pressed her with, first she caught my eye, right? She had to catch my eye with her dance moves, and just, she was looking good, man. She was wearing this cute little thing, and she was just looking good. And so, it's all about body language when you're rubbing and clubbing, right?
Okay.
And so, you gotta the reason people strike out is, right, they just go up to somebody and they're like, hey, what's up? And they throw out some stupid line, but you can't do that, man. You gotta do the body language.
Oh.
You gotta get to know somebody, like, I'm gonna make them notice me before I come up and say anything to them.
Okay.
Right. You stand across the dance floor, and you bite your lower lip, and you do like a hump gesture and point at them.
No, man, it's not like Night at the Roxbury. Like, you know, you got to be smooth and you got to look like a nice guy and someone who's just having a good time, right? People are attracted to somebody who's having a good time.
Right. You got to laugh a lot, talk to other people, be really loud.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you like slowly move your way closer, and before you know, we was dancing together and we was vibing, having a good time, and then one thing led to another, and we have a couple drinks together and we chat, and we're back in my place.
Yeah. And what was that like?
It was amazing. I was super excited about it, popping out of my pants, and we're like,
Whoa, God. Damn it.
I don't think you meant it like that.
I think he did.
Yeah.
No.
I think rubbing and clubbing totally meant it like that.
I might have meant it like that.
Yeah, I told
Very,
you.
very, very excited that she was there. And did everything go according to plan? You guys hook up?
No. So I'm in my clubbing clothes. It's all looking nice, but it's a little restrictive. So I'm like, I'm going to go change into something a little restrictive, and I'm going to come back.
Okay.
And when I come back out, I don't know what happened, man, but she's at the door, and like, what's up? And she says, don't ever talk to me again, you disgusting pig, and then she leaves.
Whoa.
That's extreme.
Gavin,
What?
why'd you get called a pig? What'd you do?
I have no idea. I didn't do nothing. I went to change clothes, I come back, and she's ready to go.
Are you sure you don't have like a whiteboard in your house that has like number checks for every girl you've brought back home?
No, I keep that hidden away.
I don't know. I feel like I believe you still.
No, he's joking.
Yeah. Is he?
Is there anything in your apartment at all that she could have saw that would make her call you a pig?
Listen, I don't have anything out in my apartment that any lady could see that could be offensive. So if I want to bring somebody home, I don't want them to run away. It's like any movies or whatever. Nothing.
You know, maybe when you said you wanted to get into something less restrictive, that for some reason she thought that wasn't what was on your mind when you guys went back to your house.
No, I promise you, she knew exactly what was happening because when I came back out, she had put her clothes back on.
Oh, okay. So she was already in the undressed state.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she even got dressed. Okay. And have you tried to reach out to her since?
I did. I tried texting her, but I'm pretty sure she blocked me.
Yeah.
Oh,
She said
no.
never talk to me again. She was, I think, serious.
That's why I need your help, man. This hookup never happened. It's the hookup that never was.
So wait,
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her and get your second date update and see if we can make the hookup that never was become the hookup that could be.
That sounds like a movie title or something. I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's the sequel to Rubbing and Clubbing. So we'll do that right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
All right, Gavin, are you ready to make your phone call?
I'm ready.
Well, before we do that, Gavin, I need to slip into something a little more comfortable. Kind of like how you did on your date. So I know you can't see me right now because you're on the phone, but I've put on my leather shorts, my knee-high gym socks,
how is this more comfortable?
of course, my pink Vicky's Secret bra.
And my mask. I just put my mask on.
Oh my God.
So I'm ready to hang out.
You gotta stop. You give me a hot and bothered.
What?
I'm sorry, I had to unzip the mouth on my mask there. Sorry, Gavin. It was
That
probably
took a
hard to
turn.
Oh,
All right.
Don't push my buttons, man.
Yeah, I know. I know you're getting all excited. You're like, I don't want to call this girl for a second date. You just want to meet up with me now.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring that up is because Gavin met a girl named Casey at the club. They went back to his house. They were fooling around, and he was like, I'm going to go change my clothes, slip into something a little more comfortable. And then when he came out, she had put her clothes back on, called him a pig, and said she never wanted to talk to him, and then left.
You believe that?
Yeah, we do believe it. It's very believable, Gavin.
It's not believable. I'm not a pig. I don't know why she thinks that.
All right, well, we'll give her a call right now and see if we can figure it out for you, okay?
Yeah, man, good luck. This girl don't even answer her phone.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I don't feel super great about calling this girl because she said she never wanted to talk to you again. Are you looking just for a hookup with her? Do you need some sort of what do you want out of this?
Absolutely. I just want to hook up.
What? Why would... There's like 1,000 girls you can go hook up with, Gavin. Why her?
Because if you saw her, you know.
okay.
And also because she walked away.
So close.
Right, look, I had my mind set on it. That's all.
Well, okay. I will stop you from all the romantic talk, and we'll continue this.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make this love connection happen for you. All right, here we go. I'm going to dial the phone number.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Casey, please?
this is she. Who's this?
Hey, Casey, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who are you calling from?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, I don't know you.
No, you don't, Casey.
All right, no, you don't.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we're meeting now. I'm calling you today, Casey, because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you.
Who? I don't understand what's happening.
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. And you recently met a dude named Gavin while you're out at the club.
Oh my God. Oh,
Whoa.
It literally sounded like you just threw up in your mouth right now.
yeah, because I did.
Gross.
Right. So Gavin told us a little bit about meeting you. He said he liked you a lot and he thought everything was going fine. But then you left his house and called him a pig and said you never wanted to talk to him again.
That's right.
Okay.
See, you can understand why, I don't know why he'd be confused though. Like, according to him, everything up until that moment was great.
I think he knows why.
No.
Well, we talked to him and he has no idea. Do you want to tell us?
The guy's a pig and he knows it.
He actually doesn't though.
Think about this, okay? So he's a pig, and he's going to continue being a pig unless he knows why he's a pig, and he has no idea. So If you tell us, then we can tell him, and maybe he can change his ways and not be a pig anymore. You could help turn that pig into a beautiful butterfly.
Now, let's not go too far, right? She threw up in her own mouth, for God's sakes. I think that may be a stretch.
I just know that he's a cheater.
Whoa.
How?
And how do you know that?
So I don't know what he told you, but we were having a good time. We were. And we were on his couch, and then he went into his room.
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked up, and I saw that he had, you know, those Amazon Echoes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I just met him, and, you know, I got to take care of myself. And my girlfriends have told me that you could find out a lot about people from their Amazons, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was cheating with Alexa, which would be terrible.
Wait, how do you find out stuff about somebody from their Alexa?
Well, you know, you can grocery shop for groceries with your Amazon account. And so I asked Alexa, what's in your shopping list? And so he had a couple of like razor blades and shaving cream and cotton balls. And then it started getting into stuff like feminine hygiene products, secret deodorant, like CoverGirl makeup.
What?
And he lives in a one-bedroom apartment, so this isn't a roommate. He's clearly living with a woman and must have been his girlfriend. So,
Oh my God,
Or he's using that stuff for himself.
Tampons? Really?
No, Jubal.
They can be fun if you know how to use them correctly. Okay? Don't
Dude!
ask me how I know that, but they can be.
Casey, you are like a genius sleuth, I feel like, right now.
I've got to take care of myself because there are a lot of guys out there who will just sleep around, and I'm not that kind of girl.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry. I gotta say something.
What?
Oh, sorry, Casey. That's Gavin. He's on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Casey.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you come in like that, Gavin. Really? Really? She just busted you, dude.
Yeah, but because I'm not worried because it's all this stuff's from my mom, man.
For your mom?
What?
From my mom. I get free
Yeah.
shipping.
So you say. Anyone can say that. I can, no. There's no way that can be your mom's. That's just bullshit because your mom wouldn't wear CoverGirl makeup.
My mom had me when she was a sophomore in high school. I got a young, hot mom.
What? What?
God, now it's getting worse.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Hold
Sometimes people
on.
think she's my sister.
Gavin, that doesn't... You're not buying tampons for your mom. I don't even buy tampons for my mom.
Look, I understand you're upset right now, and that's okay. I forgive you, but I didn't do nothing wrong.
I forgive you.
What is there to forgive? You're the
I mean, you left me hanging.
Oh.
It was about to go down, and all of a sudden you call me a pig, so...
And you're a lying pig. I mean,
Look, I don't know what you've been through that you're so distrusting, but I promise
Oh,
you there's nothing
no.
going on.
Classic. He's trying to turn it back around on you, Casey, and make you the crazy one. Don't take it. Don't take the bait.
Yeah, no, I'm not the crazy one. You're the one who's buying tampons for your mom and CoverGirl makeup, right?
Yeah. Gavin, why are you buying all your mom's feminine hygiene products?
Because I love my mom.
No, you're
yeah,
a
but
liar.
it still sounds weird. Like, you know, a lot of people like their moms or love their moms or whatever, but they don't usually buy them tampons and makeup.
She gives me a list, and I order this stuff.
Okay, wait,
I
hold
don't know
on.
what's so hard to understand.
Why doesn't she just, I don't know, maybe go to the grocery store or order it herself?
Because she would have to go to the grocery store to do it. She could just tell me what to do, and I get it. She don't understand computers and all that.
Wait, you have a hot young mom who doesn't understand computers. Now your story is really starting to unravel here, buddy.
Well, she grew up in the 80s.
When I left the other night, I was 100% sure you were a liar. But now I'm 120% sure you're a liar. And you've got this mama's boy complex.
Okay, all I'm saying is there's still time to salvage something out of this.
What?
We never had anything. Come on.
You are still not trying here, Gavin, are you really?
I am. She's a beautiful woman.
You know, at this point, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Maybe your lies would work with somebody else at the club, but not me. Oh, I wasn't born yesterday. I thought you were just a run-of-the-mill cheater, but now, oh, God, no thanks.
Okay, well, in that case, Casey, I would love to ask you if you'll go out with Gavin on a second date. We will pay for it.
You know, I have to go. Right now, I have to go to work. This is taking up a lot of my time. God, what a way to start the day.
Can you pick me up some tampons on your way back? No, I guess I guess I'm not getting
Yeah.
my tampons. Unless Gavin, you were still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Gavin, you're a dirty dog. I cannot believe you. You lied to us too, man.
How do you know I lied to you?
Because I'm not an idiot, Gavin.
I don't know.
Really? You're going to go buy tampons for your mom next, Jose?
She asked me, of
No,
course
you
I
would not. That is such a lie. Even online, you guys wouldn't do that.
I might be lying to you. But you don't know that.
We can't prove it, so you know what, Gavin?
Sick, dude.
Casey, the girl that you called, doesn't listen to the show, but you do, so I trust you over her.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 says, I don't know what to think about that second date update, but I do know that I'm going to be rich now. Thank you. So, if you missed today's second date update, Penny wanted to call this dude named Christian. They actually knew each other in middle school, and she saw him at a fair. They decided to actually go out after they reconnected. But the reason he wasn't calling back was because during her date, she ran into a friend who she works with. They work in the same field. They do like a pyramid scheme type thing for water filters.
Yeah.
And they spent like 15 minutes pitching him on why he should sell these water filters. And he thought that he'd been scammed and set up by her to go out on this date just so that she could try to sell him some water filters.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it just dawned on me.
What?
Did she just do the whole second date update so she could pitch us the same thing?
Whoa.
Did we get scammed?
Maybe you guys got scammed, but I'm still investing in this, okay? So, yeah, you guys lost out because you don't want to believe her, but I am going to retire pretty soon.
We did get a couple texts, and they're like, what are the water filters called? Like,
Totally.
this could honestly be a scam.
And what if she never wanted to date with the guy to begin with?
Oh my God.
What if the
Well-
whole thing from the very beginning? What if she never even knew him from junior high?
Well, then she's a genius marketer, and good job.
Yeah.
Hopefully we move some water filters for you. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Don't forget, it is Friday, so Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up at 8:10.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Dating can be very expensive. That's why you shouldn't do it.
No, that's
But
not true.
If you have to date, you should find a way to do it spending as little money as possible. And that's what Joseph did, who's on the phone for a second date update today. His email said that he found some awesome cheap date ideas because he didn't want to spend a bunch of cash on a first date.
That's great.
And it sounds like it worked okay, except he's not getting a call back. What's up, Joseph? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right.
Pretty good. So you came up with a bunch of cheap date ideas?
Yeah, I'm kind of between jobs right now, so I'm just trying to save up money, because bills still happen.
I think that's fantastic. You don't need a lot of money to woo a woman at all.
Well, I mean, I think it helps, but I got to keep the job first.
I mean, it's never a bad thing necessarily. Well, what's the name of the girl that you want to call today?
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Okay.
And where'd you meet her?
Well, I didn't delete my dating app just because I'm not working, and so she sent me a message, and she was really pretty, and I liked the way her hair framed her face, so I took a chance, and
Oh, well, look
So you
at
like the way the hair framed her face.
yeah, it really makes her eyes pop. She's got these pretty blue eyes.
I just never heard that
You
before.
are so cute. Or a hairstylist. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Nothing against hairstylists, but I'm not that.
Okay.
But you noticed that her hair framed her face nicely.
hair framing, girl.
Was that your opening line?
I'd go for it, man.
Well, I'm sure I brought that up, yeah.
I think it's fantastic. So, I mean, what was your cheap date idea?
Well, I Googled, free and cheap dates, and as I read the things that came up, I decided to combine a few of them to make, one cool date.
Okay.
Oh.
So I invited her to, walk around this neighborhood, right? But not, some place that has a bunch of shops and places she might want to go and spend money, but, houses, pretty houses and stuff.
Wait, you
What?
like a residential neighborhood?
Totally, rich people's yards and their houses.
Okay.
So you
like doing Christmas
you walked
lights
around
without the
basically
lights.
casing rich people's homes in case you ever wanted to rob them later.
Yeah, we would try car door handles, see if they were open, and see what was inside. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, why not?
I'm kidding. We didn't do that.
Look, did she seem to enjoy that?
I thought she was having a great time. She was smiling a lot and laughing. But I could feel like she was holding back her laughter because she didn't want to be too excited. I don't know, but we had a really good time.
Wait. So the date was walking around rich people's houses?
No, that was just the first part.
Okay.
Because it just so happened that at the end of the neighborhood walk, we came upon this park where there was a free concert.
Nice.
And so we listened to these old ladies were saying, they were probably professionals at some point, but they weren't famous or anything.
You watched old people sing in a park.
Yeah, and it was mostly old people around or families with some kids, and it was pretty cool.
Okay.
And nothing was by accident. I planned all of this. I knew exactly when to start walking through the neighborhood and when we would finish so that the concert would be starting up. And I obviously acted like I didn't know. But I knew.
Oh, wow. A concert?
Seems like
Who
a
knew?
cheap, free date is a lot more effort and planning than one where you just spend money and go out to eat.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a work of art, just a free work of art.
It sounds like a lovely date.
I thought so.
Did you guys do anything else, or was that the whole date?
No. Well, then there was a farmer's market at the park.
Oh,
Awesome.
Like one of those pop-up ones?
It's famous for having free samples.
Nice.
Okay.
So we just made the tour of the farmer's market and got a couple plates full of appetizers.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Free everything.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, it couldn't have been a better free date. She couldn't have asked for more.
Sounds
All
like
right. Well, why do you think she's not calling you back then?
I don't know. This is what I think it is. She said something. I don't even remember what she said because but it was something that made me laugh. And I said, I love you.
What?
No.
Wait, hold up. I thought this whole time we were harping on the free date because that's why you thought she wasn't calling you back. Not that you dropped the
Oh
L-bomb.
my gosh.
But I didn't mean it like that. I was just it just came out of me because I was enjoying her personality and her sense of humor.
Oh my God, what did you do? Were you backpedaling like crazy?
No, because it sort of ended the conversation.
Oh no!
Yeah. Usually it does if you're on a first date and you tell somebody you love them. It's usually a
She
shock.
didn't say anything about it, or she didn't show any facial reaction, but we just kind of moved on.
Oh my
I
God.
wanted to say something, but I didn't want to. Also, didn't want to offend her, make her feel bad. Oh, just kidding. I actually don't have affection for you because I did, but it was. I wouldn't have said I love you.
Oh,
Okay.
that is obvious. What else could it be? That has to be it, right?
I would hope not, but that's all I can think of.
Did you ever recover from it, or how'd everything end?
The rest of the day was okay. It was great up until that point. There was effort made after that, clearly, but it wasn't the same.
Right.
Okay, and you haven't heard from her since your date?
We've texted a little bit, but it looks like it's not going anywhere.
And you haven't brought up the I love you moment at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Tell her again and just tell her that you meant it.
Yeah, double down.
All right, well, we'll play a
Maybe
song, come back, and then call her and see if the fact that you said I love you on your first date is the reason you're not getting a call back.
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll get your second date update right after this.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Joseph is on the phone, and Joseph opened up his heart on his first date. Told his date that he loves her, and it was just followed by silence. It's the most hurt Joseph has ever felt in his life. And can he recover and get a second date? We're about to find out. Joe, you doing all right?
Can I just clarify, maybe I wasn't clear before, that I did not mean to say I love her.
Yeah,
Well,
we got it.
That's
Don't
how
worry.
love works sometimes. And
Yeah.
love's a cold thing, you know?
No. I meant to say, you have a great sense of humor. And what came out was, I love you.
Yeah. Joseph accidentally did say, I love you. Maybe not like I painted the picture earlier, but he did let that out, and he thinks that's why he's not getting a call back. So we're about to call Stephanie, the girl he went on a date with, and find out if that was what did him in.
I do think where you went wrong isn't the accidental I love you. It's the never backtracking from it. Because you tried to just skip over it and move on, and you've never brought it up.
I was worried of putting my foot in my mouth further and digging a deeper hole.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think now we have to tell her, that's not what you meant, right?
I think so, yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure it out. Here we go. Hi, may I speak to Stephanie, please?
This is Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Stephanie.
What's up? How are you?
What is Brooke and Jubal?
It's a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm calling you today because we have a listener who sent us an email asking if we could get you on the phone.
What?
Yep. His name is Joseph. And Joseph.
No.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
His name's Joseph, and you guys went on a date a little while ago.
Yes.
Yeah. So Joseph emailed us because he says that it's obvious after your date that you don't want to see him again.
Yeah. It's all true.
Oh my God. Did you like Joseph?
I mean, he made me feel really pretty. Went to a little farmer's market, which was cute. But then, like, pretty much out of nowhere, he was like, I love you.
Yeah, he told us that. That sounds like it was a super awkward moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the rest of the day, it was really tense, awkward.
Was it because you love him too?
No. Oh my God, no.
He said he meant it like, I mean, you've been in that moment where you're like laughing, you're like, oh my God, I love you. Like, you're so funny. Like, that's how he meant it.
Like, I love you, man.
At the time, I didn't really. He was so upset. Like, he honestly started like muttering to himself. And it was so sad. I don't know.
Wait,
then
like after he said I love you, he started talking to himself?
he was just like, "Come on, Joseph." I don't know. It was fine. But then the next day, he texted me and he said that the date was really nice, which was great. And then, he told me that he brought up that he was between jobs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he said he told you that actually while you guys were out.
Yeah, and I didn't really mind because I know that stuff happens, but he told me that things got really tough. And then he texted me asking if he could move in.
What?
Move in? Whoa, wait a minute.
What,
So
like to
he
your
told
house?
us that he said I love you on accident, but he asked you to move in and he was serious about that?
100%. I think he thought we had some sort of special connection.
Oh my gosh.
I think he was like tired of couch surfing, and this was it.
He did not tell us any of this.
Great. But you can understand why I wouldn't want to go out with him, right?
Did you even respond to him after he asked to move in?
No.
Oh, I wouldn't either. That's crazy.
Here we are.
So, yeah, I was guessing you said no since we're calling you for a second date update.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a bad person. I just don't need like another roommate.
No,
Oh my God. And I don't even believe him when he said that he was joking when I said I love you. Now I think that he was like really serious.
I don't know, he like loved my hair, and it was just a little creepy. Now that I think about it, it was just like so into me.
Did he give you a reason why he wanted to move in?
Well, yeah, he was telling me about how he's like in between jobs and he's having a really hard time finding another one. But it's like if he's already been unemployed for so many months, like how long will he need to live with me?
Well, we can find it out right now because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you, maybe about moving in again. I don't know.
Well, I'm not going to say anything different.
Okay. But he is here. I think he's still listening. Joseph, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Joseph!
You didn't tell us that you asked her to move in.
Yeah, like that's
No,
it.
I did not.
Why would you
I did
do
not.
that?
I texted her like, "How is she doing?" And she was like, "Oh, fine. How are you?" And I said, "Oh, looking. Kind of need a place to stay for a few days."
So you asked her
Doesn't
to.
mean I'm moving in. And she wasn't the only person who got that text.
What?
I mean, you asked me to move in. It kind of sounds like you want to move in with me.
I mean, I guess I see how you could jump to that conclusion, but maybe you should have sought clarification before you did.
Dude, our date even wasn't that good. I don't know. It's like you could have, don't ask a girl to move in after one date.
Stop saying I asked to move in. I didn't.
Wait,
You
and then
sound
you just
upset, Joseph.
Yeah, and you just blamed her. Like, well, you should have asked for clarification. I think you're the one in the wrong here, Joseph.
Whatever. Look, the point is I didn't want to move in with her, and I found a place to stay with somebody else that I used to date, and I slept on the couch, and we didn't have sex. And
Why are you
Thanks for
throwing
explaining
that
all
out
that.
No need
Like,
to say that.
I mean, you guys went on one bad date.
Yeah, why are you talking about other girlfriends right now?
I mean, I just don't understand why you're making such a big deal about just putting feelers out to see if maybe I could crash there for a few days.
Maybe because you'd gone on one date with her and it didn't even go that well. I don't know.
What do you mean it didn't go well? It went great. She said she had a good time. I had a really good time. Everybody had a good time, so I don't understand.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you be living together?
Yeah, Joseph, you already told me that you loved me, and then the next day you asked to move in. It's just too weird for me. I'm sorry.
But it's just 2 times when I meant one thing and you took it as meaning something else.
What did you mean if you didn't mean I love you?
I meant like, oh, I love you. Like, I love the way you just told that joke that was funny and matched my sense of humor.
And then you were quiet for like half an hour after that.
I got nervous. I knew I had said something wrong. I knew that I confused, and then I was okay, I don't know.
Wait, Joseph, are you even going out with people to, like, date them, or are you just looking for random places to stay?
This was not that. I didn't date her just because I wanted someplace to stay. And yes, like, I've been in this situation before, so I have places that I can stay. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm just waiting for the right job so that it has the flexibility so I can do my music and whatever.
So you can do your music.
I don't know, just the more I think about it, like, you put so much effort into that date, and then you said, I love you, and then you asked me to move in. It just doesn't seem like you care about me so much as you care about my couch and having a free place to crash.
All right, so I understand how you could, from all that, make that conclusion. And I just think that if you still want to consider that we could go out again, and it might not be a bad thing for you if I stayed with you. I cook, I clean, I'm a good person to have around, and I'm not dead weight.
Wait, you just told me you're staying with an ex-girlfriend. Are you seriously asking me to move in again?
First, she's not my ex-girlfriend. We just dated once, and then that's it.
Oh my God, you called her your girlfriend. I don't.
And I'm not asking to move in with you. I'm saying that it might be beneficial to you if I did for a while.
Beneficial to you, Stephanie.
Oh my God.
What do you think, Stephanie?
Insane.
Would you like to go on a second date with Joseph? We will pay for it. New roommate, he does the dishes. Do you do laundry, Joseph?
Yeah, and I know how to separate everything.
I will say a good roommate is hard to come by, one that pulls their own weight.
What do you think, Stephanie? Will you go on a second date with Joseph? We'll pay for it.
No, I've got roommates. No, thank you.
Yeah, that is not shocking. Oh.
Do your roommates want to go on a date?
I hope you're joking right now.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't feel so.
Forget about it. It wasn't going to work anyway.
Yeah.
It's all right.
The spark wasn't there.
You got a couch to sleep on anyway. I'm sorry, Joseph. No second date for you.
Yeah.
No place to crash.
That's okay. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure the
God loves me and God loves you too.
The person
Thanks.
listening that's the most sad to this is the person he's living with currently. She thought he was finally going to leave.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
There is one surefire way to get on this show.
Have no talent?
Well, yeah, but that's like the hosts of the show.
Oh, okay.
Like us. I'm talking about like callers who want to do a second date update or something like that. One surefire way to make sure your email gets through all the channels to get on the air, and that is to sign it the way that this dude did. He signed his email, Eddie, a.k.a. Gator.
Oh, no.
Any dude that calls himself Gator is always welcome. Eddie, what's up? How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. Sorry, I called you Eddie. I should have called you Gator. My bad.
Gator?
I go by both.
Why do you
Okay.
go by Gator? Eddie, why is that a decision in your life?
Because in college, I ate a whole chicken breast and really didn't even chew it. Just kind of gulped it down. Like, you know how they feed gators the raw chicken? And it was cooked, but it was pretty impressive.
Whoa!
That's even kind of a dumb story. You ate a chicken breast really fast, and they call you Gator now, and it haunts you for the rest of your life.
He's a legend.
It doesn't sound like it haunts him. Sounds like Gator digs it.
Yeah, well, you do sound proud.
All right, Gator. Well, tell us about the girl that you want to call today. Does she have a cool nickname?
Not yet. Hopefully someday, because I haven't heard back from her. So
Okay, what's her name then?
Teresa.
Teresa. And when you introduced yourself to Teresa, did you introduce yourself as Eddie or Gator?
It was a blind date, so I was introduced as Eddie before I even met her, so that's how that went.
Okay.
Oh, lame.
Yeah.
All right, so you were set up through friends. Usually that doesn't go very well, but you actually liked her, it sounds like.
Yeah, I had recently got out of a relationship, and a coworker of mine was at a party, and this other gal was saying, "Oh my gosh, my friend who's really cute, recently divorced. Do you know anybody?" He's like, "Yes, I do. Eddie." So we get set up on an actual blind date. No last names, no Facebook, nothing.
Oh, cool.
No idea.
What was it like when you guys showed up, I assume, at a restaurant and saw each other for the first time?
She was very cute. I was like, I get why this gal has not been in the market for a while. I was very impressed.
Gator liked what he saw and wanted to chomp down on that little chickie.
Yeah.
Gator did. Yeah.
That is so gross. All of you.
Tell us about the date. How did it go, man?
It went really well. We were just talking, and, she was recently single and I was, and then I came up with an idea that I called a vent off. And I was like, how about this? I say one bad thing about my ex, then you say one bad thing about your ex, and we get back and forth. And,
what?
Yeah, just kind of like a ping pong or tennis of anger. Yeah.
Eddie, that's a horrible idea. I mean, the last thing you should be talking about, you're both recently single, is your exes, let alone bashing them.
Well, it went great, and it ended in a whole bunch of laughter, so she and I had a good time. Yeah. And it lets you know about them. Like, if they're like, oh, and he always did this, and I'm like, okay, cool, now I know she doesn't like that. So it turned out, vent off.
Okay.
I can't believe that turned out okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. She didn't seem bothered by it one bit?
At the beginning, she was kind of like, well, I don't know. And then I think I started. Then she just absolutely, went from first to fourth gear, and she was into it. It was really fun.
Okay, so wait, what was the worst thing you said about your ex?
One time I got super pissed off that she wouldn't shave me.
What?
Some places you can't reach, and I wanted to be, nice and beach ready for the summer, and she refused. And it's hard.
Yeah, that is. Like, would she never shave you, or just one time she didn't shave you and that was it?
Well, she didn't want to shave certain parts, which are hard to reach, and you can get nicks. And when you sit on a nick, it's very painful.
Well, you know what? You're better off. Good thing you got rid of her.
Wait, but on your date, did this launch weird conversations like it just did with us?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, not right away, but then at the end, we're just laughing, and she's just giggling about I can't believe she wouldn't shave your butt. It was just really a fun, conversation. So. Okay,
so if even that didn't shake her, why do you think you're not getting a call back?
Good question. I don't know. I mean, the only thing that she went to the bathroom about 3 or 4 times, and I didn't ask. I didn't know if it was, food poisoning, or maybe, a female thing, or maybe she just needed a break from Gator's face. I don't know.
That could be it. I'm surprised you didn't ask. I mean, you guys had just shared butt shaving together, so it doesn't seem like anything would be too personal for you.
Well, yeah. I mean, when 2 people can share butt shaving on a first date, I mean, that's gold. You don't get better than that. She's tossing that away. I mean, it was really that's the best standard of first date. So come on, I don't.
You're absolutely right. When you bond over butt shaving, there's no reason you shouldn't get a call back. All right, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update. Okay?
Gator says thank you.
Oh gosh.
Thank you, Gator. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you missed the first part, Gator is on the phone. And today, Gator wants to call a woman named Teresa. They were set up through friends, went out on a date, and he probably had one of the best first date activities I've ever heard of. They engaged in a vent-off. That's right. That's where you sit there and you just talk trash about your exes. You take turns going back and forth until one of you has the best, worst ex story ever, and then you win the vent-off. Yay! We never asked Gator, did anybody win the vent-off? Or do you win the vent-off? I don't even know how it works. Gator, does somebody win?
We both do. It's a win-win.
Oh, is it?
All right.
Now, well, Gator, I think this is maybe the worst idea you could have ever possibly had for a first date. It sounds like she enjoyed it.
Yes.
And that you went wrong somewhere else. I didn't hear. Have you tried to contact her?
A number of times. Calls, texts, nothing back to Gator.
Whoa. Do you always refer to yourself in third person?
I like it.
No, I got nervous.
Okay.
All right. That's okay, man. It happens. You get nervous and you refer to yourself in third person. If your nickname is Gator, you can do that, okay? All right, man. I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Yep.
Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Teresa?
this is she.
Hey, Teresa, what's up? How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
You mean the radio station?
Yes, I am the entire radio station.
Yeah, I listen to you guys sometimes. What's up?
Oh, nice.
That's awesome, Teresa. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
If you listen a lot, have you heard the second date updates before?
I don't know if I have.
It's a segment we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up giving them the cold shoulder after that date, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard one of these, but it was a while ago.
Okay, well, what if I told you that you are now the star of a second date update?
You're kidding, right?
No.
No, not at all. Yeah, you recently went out with a dude who calls himself Gator.
Oh my God. So you wanted you guys to call me?
Yep.
Have you just been really busy and you haven't been able to get back to him?
Yeah. I mean, can you just tell him that?
Well, if you would have sold that a little more convincingly, maybe, but it's obvious that you were like, yeah, sure, whatever. Do you mind telling us why you're not calling Gator back?
I mean, I don't want to really say it because it's kind of embarrassing for him. So I just feel like...
If it's the butt shaving thing, he told us about that.
Actually, that was really funny. We had a vent up. I don't know if he told you that, but it was like venting about your exes.
Yeah, he did tell us about it, and he did say that he shared with you that he was mad at one of his exes because she wouldn't shave his butt.
I know. That's ridiculous. I mean, I was a little, skeptical, but, I got to call my ex an idiot. He got to call his ex an idiot, so I thought it was cool.
Oh, you did enjoy it. Okay.
Yeah, I actually did. You should actually try that sometime. It's pretty funny.
I do it a couple times a week. I pay like $100 an hour, though, to do it with a therapist. But anyway, probably even more fun on a date. So if that didn't bother you, then why aren't you calling him back? What's wrong with Gator?
There's just a weird situation, and I don't know. It was just weird. That I don't know what to say about it.
On the date, a weird situation happened?
So briefly, I go to the ladies' room, and when I come back, there's like a big, or maybe not a big, but a noticeable piece of my food missing. There's like a piece of fish missing from my plate.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, and so I was just like, did this guy really eat off my plate? And it was just like bugging me. So I went to the ladies again.
Oh my gosh, so you're going to test him?
Exactly. So I asked the waiter to watch while I was away because he was like super friendly, and I just thought couldn't hurt. So I come out of the bathroom, and the waiter catches my eye. I go over there, and he says, yeah, he just took a bite out of your roll.
Out of your dinner roll?
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
So while you were going to the bathroom, he's eating the food off your plate?
Yeah, who does that? That is just, he didn't even ask me.
Were you raving about how good your food was and you don't think he could help himself, or?
I have no idea what the deal was because, it's a first date. I didn't want to come out and be like,
oh my gosh,
did you just eat half of my asparagus? What is wrong with you? Let me smell your feet. It's just weird.
I like how he waits for you to go to the bathroom, too. He's sneaking bites of your food.
Sneaky, strange.
Maybe he was hungry. Those restaurant portions at some of those fancier places are really small.
The bottom line is, this guy was eating off my plate, and it's a first date. We're not, best friends or anything, where he's just chomping on my food.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt super weird about it, and it was a huge turnoff.
Yeah, I can see that. This might be a turnoff, too, but Gator is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yep.
Hi, Teresa.
Oh, my God.
First of all, I didn't know you saw that, so real sorry about that.
Oh my God, you are unbelievable. I mean, at least you admitted it. You weren't trying to sneak out of it or anything.
Why are you eating people's food while they go to the bathroom, Gator?
I was hungry. I was nervous all day for the date. Didn't eat lunch. So here we're at dinner. I just grabbed a tiny little forkful. Remember why my name is Gator? I could have eaten that whole thing in a second.
So you practiced some restraint. That's very nice of you.
Did you not think I wouldn't notice?
I did not. No, I didn't think you would notice. It was tiny little fish forkful. Fish gets flaky and spreads out, and you're like, oh, I guess it just fell. I don't know.
Gator, I mean, there's other ways to go about it. Like you could order an appetizer or ask for another basket of bread.
Well, that was the thing. They took the bread away, and I got hungry. I was embarrassed. Like, be like, hey, bring the bread, more bread. I didn't want to look like a pig. I'm on a date here, so instead of like, I thought it would be better just to snack a little bit on the plate. I didn't.
Yeah. You don't want to look like a pig. You want to just eat off somebody else's plate while they go to the bathroom.
That's better.
Just tiny amounts, exactly. Yeah.
Tiny amounts.
Yeah. And I feel bad. This is not what I do. But, I did pay for it, so, yeah, I mean, in essence, it was mine, and,
I guess you're right.
Oh.
You were loaning the food to her, I guess.
And that's where you lost me.
Oh.
What? I paid for if anything, you were eating my food. I paid for it, so...
What?
Technically, I was giving it to you, and you were eating my fish, so...
I never thought of it like that.
What is wrong with you?
That's the only thing wrong with me is I was hungry. I mean, I told you that. I didn't eat all day, and if we were dating for a long time, this would be no problem. It would be cute. But
I would agree with that.
Well, but also, it might be cute if you guys are doing it together and you're not waiting until she goes to the bathroom to steal your food, I guess, but to steal the food off her plate.
Okay, that's a good point. At one point, I was thinking maybe, I'll ask her, but, we're in the middle of a vent off, and it would just be in poor taste.
That would be in poor taste. I mean, here's the thing, Gator. I've also been hungry on a date before, but do you know what I did afterwards? I went and got myself a burger at a drive-thru on the way home. That's how you solve that problem.
There you go.
Well, I also did that, too, because the fish wasn't very big.
How much can you eat, sir?
Yeah.
Well, they call me Gator for a reason. Okay, I can eat a lot. I still look good. I'm not called Little Baby Bird.
All right.
Well, I don't want to ask this question because I don't want to have to buy you food, but Teresa, would you like to go on a second date with Gator? We will pay for it.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Look, I know you don't want to go on another date with me, but we did have a really good time. The vent off, we were laughing, and I shouldn't have eaten off your plate sneakily. I'm sorry. Next time I'll ask if I can have a bite.
Will there be a next time, Teresa?
I feel like you should give him just one more chance.
You had fun.
Yeah,
okay, only if he admits that saying when he paid for the food it was technically his.
Yeah.
That better have been a joke.
I agree with that.
That was a joke. Bad joke. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll pay for it. So the food that you guys eat is technically ours. And I'm going to come over and eat off of both of your plates, okay?
That works.
That sounds good to me.
Yes. Gator is ready to chow down.
All right, you guys, we'll get it all set up and send you out on another date. Teresa, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
She sounds so excited.
And Gator,
yep.
Go get some food now because I'm sure it's been a few minutes. You're probably starving.
Actually, I didn't tell you guys this, but I've been eating through this entire phone call.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm going to text in at 78592 that says, I'm amazed that you go on a date with a guy named Gator and him eating your food is the worst thing that happened. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Gator, that's not his real name, that is his nickname, wanted to call Teresa. He couldn't figure out why she wasn't calling him back after they went to dinner. And it turns out that every time she would get up and go to the bathroom, he would eat some of her food. He kept sneaking bites of her food, and that was weird to her.
Well, it's weird to anybody, and she was testing him. Like, she went to the bathroom like 4 times just to see. Her plate had to have been half missing by the time she was done with his plate.
He said he's got a big appetite. That's one of the reasons that he's called Gator, and he just wanted to eat her food. They did actually agree to go out again, which is interesting, but I don't know if next time maybe he'll at least let her know that he wants a bite of her food instead of just trying to steal it.
All he has to do is next time eat her whole plate and order her another plate. So just
Guys,
swap them out.
That's what appetizers are for. I don't understand why everyone is missing this. Get a dessert,
Everybody's in
man.
support.
Do some
Everybody
courses.
supports Gator. Yeah.
Everyone likes him.
Everybody's like, nah, it's all good. Gator can sneak food. Somebody else texted in and said they actually want to date Gator. They liked him that much.
Oh my gosh. Guys.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is a little different. Actually, it started at a place where I feel sorry for almost any woman that goes there.
What is it?
The golf course.
Why? Women love golf.
Well, I know they love golf, and a lot of them are very, very good at it, but there are so many dudes on a golf course that just try to hit on them nonstop, especially if you're like working the drink cart. Oh God, that's got to be the worst. Just old dudes being like, you keep this coming around every 3 holes. Here's another $20 where that came from. By the way, did I mention I'm a CEO and I'm twice your dad's age? Let's go out sometime. So anyway, today's second date update started on a golf course and involves an angry brother. That's pretty much all I know about it. Sounds like it should be a lot of fun. Peter, what's up? How are you?
A little pissed off. I'm doing okay today.
Wait, so does that make you the angry brother, or is there another angry brother involved?
No, I think I'm the only angry brother on this call.
Well, let's check. Is there another angry brother here? Nope, just you,
Okay,
Peter. All right, cool. Your email was actually a little confusing, but I want you to explain what happened. Why are you calling for a second date update today?
Okay, well, I got invited by my boss to this charity golf outing.
Okay.
And he told me I could bring a guest because usually I play with him, and my sister's a golfer. So I brought my sister.
Okay, wait, hold on. We're not calling your sister for the second date update, though, right?
No, definitely don't want to date my sister.
Okay, good. Things that have to be established.
No. So we got paired with these 2 guys. They work for another company. I never met them before. But these 2 guys, Tyler and Max, and they seem like good guys, and we were having a good time. It's like a party tournament, basically. There's shots at every hole. There's drinking competition, games, whatnot, raffle prizes, that whole thing. So it's me and my sister, and it's these 2 guys, Tyler and Max.
Okay.
And drinks start flowing. Tyler and my sister start hitting it off. The flirtation grows, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do about it? But throughout the round, it was more and more. They were distracted by each other, not even taking their shots, just giggling. And
Like on like a little grassy hill somewhere making out while you guys are trying to putt?
It wasn't quite like that, but it might as well have been. I mean, they weren't thinking about golf.
Okay, so wait, were you angry at that point? Like, were you mad at your sister for ruining your game, or?
No, I mean, it was whatever. It was fine. She was having a good time. I didn't really care. So anyway, this continued the whole round. And by the end, it was a little annoying. Not going to lie. It was like me and his friend were just these awkward guys on their date. And it wasn't even like we were playing golf. It was like, where can we get the next drink? And towards the end of the round, the last few holes, they actually rode together. We switched carts, and I was awkwardly riding with his friend.
So it's almost like she was on a date, and you were on a date with somebody new, too.
Cute.
But that was just the beginning, because after the round, they have the raffle and the dinner and everything, and it was like she completely forgot I was even there. We were sitting at the same table, but it's just it was like their second date at this point. And the drinks are flowing. And meanwhile, I'm her DD. I'm driving her, so I'm basically a babysitter at this point.
Yeah, right. She's going home with him. She doesn't care about you, bro, okay?
Yeah, well, that would have been better than what happened because the raffle and the dinner was winding down. It was over. People were leaving, and I couldn't find my sister.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, I was literally the last person in the ballroom. There was nobody. It was the people cleaning up. I don't know where my sister is, so I go out to the parking lot, and people are leaving. I go to my truck to put my clubs and our stuff back, and there in the bed of my truck is my sister with Tyler.
Oh.
Your truck has been christened.
I think the word you're looking for is tainted.
All right. So 2 problems. 1, you got to burn your truck. And 2, you saw your sister doing that in the back of your truck.
Yeah, it was dark. I didn't see much. I heard more than I saw, and I quickly walked away.
Oh my God, but then you just have to wait till they finish. Like, what do you do then? Like, you're just sitting on the curb like, all right, minding my own business, twiddling my thumbs here.
Yeah, you go on Instagram, and you'd be really pissed off, and you just sit there.
You just sit there and scroll through your Instagram feed for about, what, how long? How long were you there?
About 40 minutes.
Wow, nice
wow.
work, sis. Yeah.
Yeah. So she comes stumbling back my way, holding hands with this douche, Tyler, and they're...
I like how he went from a good guy to a douche because now your truck is involved.
Yeah, he walked her back, kissed her goodnight right in front of me, and then went to shake my hand. I'm actually the most angry that I shook his hand. As he said goodnight, and he told my sister that he would call her. But she kept saying what a great guy he was. Like, she really thinks he was going to be something. So I tried to be supportive. I'm her big brother. And the reason I'm calling is this guy ruins my whole experience. And now he's ghosting my sister. After all that, he ghosted her. My sister's really upset about it, and which makes me furious.
So wait, so you're calling for your sister so that we can call him and you can get her a second date?
I don't want to get her a second date. I'm calling to find out why he ditched my sister like that. I want answers.
Whoa, the brother's coming in.
And if it's a good reason, are you going to be like, hey, will you go out with her again? Or
I mean, if there's a legitimate reason, sure. But I don't see how there could be when you just get someone's number and then you don't talk to them for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, he did more than get her number. I just want to remind you that. He got more than a number.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
No problem. All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and find out why he's not calling your sister back and maybe end up getting your sister a second date.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
And it's a beautiful day here for your second date update. The hills are a beautiful rolling green. The grass has been perfectly manicured while the employees of a company golf tournament get properly tuned up by taking shots on every single hole before the action really starts, because everybody knows the game really starts after the golf tournament, where the employees get even more tuned up and in the night by hooking up in the back of their brother's truck. It's the Masters, a tradition unlike any other.
Oh, beautiful.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Welcome back to the second part of our second date update today. And why the golf intro? That's because Peter is on the phone, and Peter doesn't want a second date today. Peter wants to get his sister a second date, or at least find out why the dude that hooked up with her in the back of his truck at his company's golf tournament won't call her back. Peter, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Peter, I forgot to ask you, does your sister know you're doing this?
No.
She doesn't.
Do you think she's going to want that?
My sister's really upset about this. She really liked him, so...
All right.
There we go.
What's your sister's name, by the way? I never got her name.
Leah.
Leah, okay. And when I call this dude for the second date update, I'm just going to say that she wants to know before I bring you on the phone, okay?
All right. Appreciate it.
Well, let's do this. There's a slight easterly wind in the air, and I think it is the perfect time to dial the phone number. So let's dial away.
Hello?
Yeah, can I speak to Tyler, please?
Yeah, you're talking to him?
What's up, Tyler? How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Yeah, my name is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah, I know the show. Why are you calling?
Oh, you do know the show. Do you listen a lot?
Occasionally, yeah.
Wonderful.
That is a good
Occasionally
review.
is way more than most people do. So thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. But why exactly are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you today because somebody emailed us to do a second date update with you.
You mean that thing you guys do when you go on a date with somebody but you don't like call them back and then you guys follow up?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
You are an occasional listener. Look at that.
Yeah, but I haven't gone out with anybody.
Well, technically that's true.
Yeah, I guess you are right. This is a girl named Leah that you recently met at a golf tournament. She's wondering why you're not calling her back.
But I didn't go on a date with her.
Yeah.
Right. But you still hung out with her.
Yeah, there's that crazy golf day. But that's about it. I wouldn't call that a date.
But it's still fun. Like, it sounds like you guys made a great connection. You spent most of the day together from what we know.
From what I can remember.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, according to the report we heard, everybody was hammered, and you guys especially were very drunk.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I know I was, but I still don't understand why she's wanting to call me. I don't even know, how did she get my number?
What?
I'm assuming you gave it to her after you gave it to her.
And it sounds like you guys had quite a connection together. I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me why she'd want to go out with you again.
We flirted, we had a good time, kissed around the 16th hole, but...
You did a
Well,
little more than that.
Yeah. There's a reason that you probably would have gave her your phone number.
Look, to be honest, I don't recall anything from that day mostly. It was like the 12th hole is like the last thing I have that I can remember.
For real?
Yeah, I remember 12th hole, and I remember getting home in a taxi cab.
Dude, there was like a dinner, there was an auction, there was some other stuff after that. You don't remember any of that.
I've been told all of that happened. I don't have any memory of it.
Okay.
What's the last thing that, I don't know, somebody told you about that you don't remember?
Well, my friend who took me there, the last thing he told me was that I wandered off, and he didn't see me for a while. He couldn't find me, so he went home, and then I showed up at home in a taxi.
Okay. Well, then have I got news for you, Peter?
Well, obviously, I gave Leah my phone number. You said that already.
Yeah, you did a little bit more than that, though.
I'm confused. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm talking about hooking up with her in the back of her brother's truck.
That was blood.
Sorry, I just let it slip out there like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What do you mean no? How could you have zero memory of hooking up with somebody in the bed of a truck?
Well, what? You're serious?
Yeah. I'm completely serious.
Oh, come on, guys. That didn't happen. I would have remembered that.
Well, it sounds like you don't, and I know somebody who does remember it because I think it is burned into his memory for the rest of his life, whether he wants it to be or not.
His?
Yeah, her brother Peter, who actually saw you guys doing that, and he's on the phone and wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Tyler, this is Peter, Leah's brother.
Hi.
That was so awkward, dude. Oh my god.
Seriously? Hi, that's all you gotta say?
I'm sorry?
Could you say that again without it being such a question mark? Like you don't know what you're supposed to say?
Well, I'm just confused. I'm sorry.
Are you confused about the fact that you're a real piece of
Well, I'm not, man. I just don't remember anything.
Peter, don't you think that's, I mean, it's kind of a valid excuse why he hasn't called your sister back since he doesn't remember.
I'm glad to know that. I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, I can't believe that my sister is feeling so terrible about missing out on hearing from a guy like you.
A guy like me? I'm a really nice guy. I would have called her back. It's just I drank too much that day. It's just a circumstance.
Okay, well, if you're such a good guy, then why don't you call her back now that you know? Because I think she deserves an apology.
I don't even have her number. I don't even know what's going on.
Wait, hasn't she tried to get a hold of you at all? Hasn't she texted you, Tyler, or called you?
I'm not that I'm aware of. I'm not from anyone named Leah. I haven't gotten a call.
You're a liar, dude. She said she's called you at least 10 times, left messages. Be a man.
That's a lot of times.
Oh my God, that's the number?
So
I'm glad that it's amusing to you, Tyler.
Oh my God, I saw the number. I just avoided it because I didn't recognize it. You know, thought it was just a bill collector. I'm not going to check my messages if I think they're just trying to get money or sell me something.
Okay, well, now that you know whose number it is, I'd appreciate if you'd call my sister and apologize.
You can tell her.
What?
I'm sorry.
You don't want to call her back?
Okay.
Look, it's. I mean, whatever happened. I thought she was cute, but it wasn't like attractive. I didn't see anything going further beyond just like a fun.
Okay, no, I don't want to hear anything else out of you, Tyler, other than I'm going to call your sister and you're going to ask her out on a proper date.
Really?
I don't think I could do that.
I think you can, Tyler, and here's why you can, because if you don't, I happen to know who your boss is. Because that tournament you were at, that was put on by my company. So if you don't remember what happened at that event, you don't call my sister, apologize, and ask her out on a date. I'm going to report your actions back to your boss.
What? Are you blackmailing him right now, Peter?
Absolutely.
Nice. Wait, why would your sister even want to go out with a guy who doesn't remember sleeping with her?
I'm going to give her the chance to turn him down if that's what she wants to do, but he's going to man up and make the call, and if he doesn't, I'm going to get him fired.
Oh.
Whoa.
Come on, man. Are you serious? You're going to get me fired over this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, guys.
I think he's serious, Tyler. I would call her. That's a big Just saying.
It was a drunken mistake. Come on, can't you just give me a pass on this? We've all done stupid stuff.
It was a drunken mistake that happened in the back of my pickup truck, so I'm kind of taking it a little bit personally, Tyler. So you better make this right,
In that case, Tyler, would you like to go out with Peter's sister Leah on a second date? We will pay for it.
Well, I guess I don't have much of a choice, so yeah.
This is the start of a romantic story. It really is.
Yeah.
All right, good. I'll be expecting you to call her by tonight at the latest.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, man, this is a beautiful love story.
I can't wait for their wedding.
I don't think there's going to be a wedding, but I'll be calling her.
Great. I'm certainly hoping that there isn't.
All right. Well, that's a successful second date update. Both of you guys take care, all right?
Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 592 that says, Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Entertaining extortion along with your morning coffee. It's true. It's what we do here.
So
we support
bad.
extortion and blackmail and all other types of crime, really.
We don't
Brooke and Jubal in the morning, talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Peter wanted to call Tyler. They didn't go out together, but Peter took his sister to a golf tournament. It was like a work golf tournament. And his sister got very drunk and ended up hooking up with this dude, Tyler, in the back of his truck. Not Tyler's truck. Peter, the girl's brother's truck. Yeah. And he saw it. And then the dude wasn't calling back. So Peter wanted to do a second date update to confront him about it. And it turns out Tyler didn't remember a single thing, and that's why he wasn't calling her back.
I I'm sorry, but in this whole thing, the brother, that's just creepy, man. You don't get involved in your sister's sex life. I mean, just stay out of it. No.
I think he's been a good brother. She was upset. He wants to get to the bottom of it.
It's creepy. And then extorting the guy to make him go out with his sister, or like at least apologize, I guess.
Yeah, because it was a work thing. He said, if you don't call my sister and apologize and ask her on another date, then I'm going to tell your boss how drunk you got and what you did in the back of my truck. And the guy was like, okay, I guess I have to. And yeah, I think it's kind of weird, but a lot of people texting in at 78592 say that guy is the best brother ever.
Dude, no.
It's good unless they like fall in love, because then at the wedding you're like, do they really love each other, or is he still just want to keep his job?
Yeah, is he just still scared of the brother?
Or if they get married, you have the worst brother-in-law ever. I mean, he's going to be involved in every single thing that you do. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.